Life transformation, Phoenix rebirth, alchemy, and Zen satori. In the glow of a firebird's wings, there is a story of collapse and creative resurgence. Across cultures, the phoenix burns and rises again, medieval scholars turn base metals into gold, and Zen masters experience sudden insight called satori. As you listen, imagine watching a once-forgotten talent ignite in a new career, or a weary soul reclaim its purpose. This journey will pull threads from ancient legends and modern practice, guided by one philosophy that keeps the flame steady: Stoicism. Philosophy Spotlight. Stoicism invites us to master our reactions, choose virtue, and remain calm when life throws chaos. Marcus Aurelius wrote that we are the product of our thoughts, not our circumstances. Seneca reminded us that a calm mind can navigate stormy seas. Epictetus claimed that while external events are outside our control, our responses belong to us. Because the core of Stoicism is discipline, resilience, and clarity of mind, it fits the theme of fire and rebirth. First lesson: focus on the things you can shape, not on the unpredictable. Second, accept hardship as a catalyst for growth. Third, practice gratitude for every small victory, even when the world seems to burn. These ideas weave through our story, helping you turn ashes into tools for a purposeful tomorrow. Chapter 1. Title: From Ashes to Insight. The ancient Greeks told of a bird that lived for 1,000 years, then burned itself in glorious flames, only to rise from its own ashes. This myth was more than a symbol of immortality. It was a story about conscious ending. When the bird chose to burn, it chose to relinquish the old so the new could be born. In our lives, the need to let go feels like burning a log that no longer serves. Whether it is a dead habit, a toxic friendship, or an unsteady job, the act of closing a chapter is an act of faith. For today, list one thing that feels heavy and write why it no longer serves you. Let that letter flutter away, as if it were a feather carried from the ashes. The discipline of knowing when to end is the first spark of stoic calm. When our thoughts are freed from useless attachments, we gain the clarity to chart a new path. Like, share, and subscribe for more fire to flame stories. Reflective question: when did you first feel that your old self was ready to be set aflame? Chapter 2. Title: The Alchemist's Mirror. Medieval alchemists believed they could transform lead into gold. Their laboratories were crowded with symbols and experiments, but the real lesson was an inner mirror. The process of turning base metals into precious metal mirrored the human desire to convert raw experience into wisdom. Consider the work of Paracelsus, who taught that the soul must be purified before true elixirs appear. In the 21st century, we call this self-cleanse. Take a practice that once felt useless, perhaps an old workout or a creative hobby, and commit for 30 days. Notice the subtle lift in your energy, the sharpened clarity of thought, and the unexpected opportunity that emerges. Stoicism reinforces this alchemy. By confronting our emotions, we turn obstacles into opportunities. The discipline of repetition and the resilience of sticking to a task until it yields results demonstrate that even the base elements of our life can shine. Like, share, and subscribe for more alchemical wisdom. Reflective question: which base metal in your life could you start turning into something valuable? Chapter 3. Title: Zen Satori Spark. In Japan, a Zen monk sits in stillness and sometimes experiences satori, a sudden, all-encompassing insight. The monk's training is not a rush to enlightenment, but a sustained attentiveness that dissolves the ego. Satori breaks through the illusion of constant thought, revealing a quiet center. Apply this to modern life by establishing a 5-minute daily pause. Drop your phone, close your eyes, and notice the breath. If a thought arises, observe it without judgment and let it pass, like a firefly that briefly lights a dark room. After several minutes, you may find a new perspective on a problem that seemed impossible before. Stoicism complements this by teaching us that we can only control our judgments. When we notice how we judge our thoughts, we become less reactive and more deliberate. Like, share, and subscribe for more moments of stillness. Reflective question: when you pause, what new idea or calm appears in your mind? Chapter 4. Title: The Phoenix's Flight. The corporate world is full of stories about people who took a leap, quitting a stable job to start a passion project. One such story is of a journalist who left a top newspaper to launch a nonprofit focused on youth education. Facing backlash, he built a new identity by combining his writing skills with a mission to change lives. His journey echoes the phoenix's flight. The act of launching itself is steeped in fear, yet the bird takes wing only after the fire has melted the old. To emulate this, identify a field or cause that lights a spark inside you. Draft a simple plan, a goal, an action, a timeline. Ask yourself where your current skills overlap with the new path. The Stoic virtue of prudence suggests careful preparation before action, while resilience encourages perseverance when early results are modest. Like, share, and subscribe to follow more stories of daring flights. Reflective question: what small step could you take tomorrow to start your own flight? Chapter 5. Title: Alchemy of the Soul. In the end, transformation is not separate acts, but a continuous loop where fire, alchemy, and enlightenment converge. The Greek philosopher Heraclitus taught that everything flows. You cannot step twice into the same river. Each burning and rebirth keeps you moving forward. Today, practice this alchemy by keeping a daily gratitude journal. Each evening, write 3 things you learned, 3 small wins, and 1 moment of insight. The written word turns fleeting moments into lasting wisdom, just as lead turns to gold through patience. Stoicism's discipline helps you stay on track, ensuring that each entry is honest and devoid of self-flattery. Resilience lets you read those entries later and see patterns of growth, while clarity of mind reminds you that true success is internal. Like, share, and subscribe for more alchemical guides. Reflective question: how will you integrate this daily ritual to keep your inner fire burning bright? Conclusion: you have traveled with the phoenix, the alchemist, and the Zen master, learning that fire is not destruction but a catalyst. By applying Stoic discipline to these myths, you can choose what to burn, what to keep, and how to rise anew. Every day is an opportunity to let go of the old and to ignite a new purpose. Thank you for joining this journey of transformation. Like, share, and subscribe so we can rise together, ember to flame.